not so dry. Now I need to remember to take this back with me. Dear fellow graduates, academic faculty and staff, esteemed guests, my name is Patrick Lin, and I'm honored to give the 2020 student cohort reflection speech. First of all, congratulations. You're all brilliant authors. Sorry about cut short the clapping. But we've all worked so hard to get where we are, and you deserve every single achievement you've made here. And these have been some amazing years, despite all the things we've gone through. Do you remember our first in-person OSCEs? Trying to take notes while sweat just condensed and dripped down our face shields? I know to remember that. What about giving patient presentations in an empty SP room? Not sure if you're trying to look at the wall or the camera in the corner. Do you remember the floods in 2021? I mean, many of us drove back from the hospital just to find major roadways flooded to chest height with dark waters. And some of us lost our cars, other people's were displaced from their homes. And we went through all this while drinking from the metaphorical fire hose that was medical education. In fact, we went through all this while starting new commitments, like doing research, leading interest groups, volunteering, and so much more. That just shows our sheer resilience in the face of immense pressure. Importantly, these events made us cherish what we had, especially the people around us. I remember when lockdown was lifted and I saw my family and friends for the first time in a long time. I hugged them tightly and didn't want to let go. It was almost catharsis, like we could finally exhale after a long year of holding our collective breaths. But thankfully, as time went on and life tended towards normalcy, we began finding our respective niches. And personally, I found joy and sanctuary in my volleyball and pickleball groups, not to mention my emergency medicine people. And I'm sure that you found your own groups as well. I want to talk a little bit about compassion. A lot of times as the medical student on rotations, you were the one who spent the most time with the patient, right? Hearing them out, exploring what exactly worries them, comforting them. And years later, even if you don't remember them, they will remember you as someone who truly cared in that moment. And that's how powerful you are. When we become residents and have 10 patients per hour instead of just one, we might not have enough time to do these things fully. But I implore you to still try your best, because that makes all the difference in the world. Maya Angelou, American civil rights activist, once said, and I quote, "People will forget what you said. They might forget what you did, but they will never ever forget how you made them feel." Yes! I mean, as doctors, we need to examine patients, right? We need to write notes, place orders. We need to do all these things, but I challenge you to always make the effort to exhibit empathy and compassion. To make someone feel like everything's gonna be all right, when they feel like their world is crashing down, that's life-changing. But what about compassion for ourselves? I mean, Governor Murphy said a lot about this. I appreciate that, because that's equally, if not more important. Because we've sacrificed so much of ourselves to achieve our dreams. During rotations, we often left home while it was dark out and got home when it was dark again. We often studied so hard until words became just meaningless pixels on our screens. Sometimes we went a little bit too hard and burned ourselves out. And sometimes we failed and beat ourselves up too much. And I was not immune to this, and same with many of my friends and colleagues. But we learned how to bounce back. We allowed for self-care. We said, screw it, let's play volleyball in this beautiful weather. Or let's take a 2-hour nap that might just turn into 8 hours. Let's realize that this negative eval or test score is not a determinant of your worth as a person. We're not machines. We still need to recharge to remain the best human being we could possibly be. So please, take care of yourself because ultimately, you are the most important person in your life. So thank you to my family and friends, my awesome girlfriend Angie, and my mentors. Couldn't have done it without your love, your support, and your guidance. And thank you especially to the class of 2023 because we couldn't have done it without each other. I'm proud of you and I look forward to working with you as we grow and become innovators, teachers, and leaders in our respective fields. Congratulations again.